Hi friends, it's Mrs. Clark. Today I'm going to read you a story called Jack and the Beanstalk. Since all the teachers dropped off the green beans to your house today, I thought it was appropriate that Mrs. Clark would read Jack and the Beanstalk. Jack and the Beanstalk, written by H.Y. Murdoch, illustrated by Lynn Grundy. Once upon a time there was a little boy named Jack who lived with his mother. They were very poor, and one day when there was no money left to buy food, they had to sell their cow. Jack went off to market, and on the way he met a farmer. "I'll buy your cow for these magic beans," said the farmer. Jack was very excited, and he sold the cow. Then he ran all the way home to show the beans to his mother. But Jack's mother was very angry. She sent him to bed without any supper, and she threw the magic beans out the window. The next morning when Jack looked out the window, he couldn't believe his eyes. There was the biggest beanstalk he had ever seen. It grew up and up and up right through the clouds. Those beans really were magic, thought Jack. I wonder what's at the top. And so before his mother was awake, he set out to climb to the top of the beanstalk. You see the beanstalk out the window? Jack climbed and climbed and climbed. Finally, at the top, he saw an enormous castle. Jack was very hungry after his long climb, so he decided to knock on the castle door. A huge woman opened the door. She felt sorry for Jack and asked him to come inside. She gave him some bread and cheese, but she told Jack to be careful. Her husband was a giant, and he liked to eat little boys. Just then the castle began to shake. "The giant was coming! Quick!" said the woman. "Hide in here." She pushed him into the oven. The giant sniffed and roared, "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman." "There's no one here," said his wife. "You sit down and eat your breakfast." After he had eaten, the giant took out some bags of gold and started to count his money. Soon he fell asleep and began to snore. Jack crept out of the oven and went to the table. He picked up a bag of gold and away he ran. He climbed back down the beanstalk as fast as he could and rushed into the house to show the gold to his mother. Look at all the gold. Jack and his mother lived happily until they had spent all the gold. Then Jack decided that he would have to go back to the giant's castle. Early one morning, he climbed up the beanstalk again. Jack knocked on the castle door. This time the woman was not so friendly because she knew that it was Jack who had taken a bag of gold. In the end, she did let him in, and she gave him some breakfast. Then everything happened as before. Jack hid in the oven. The giant came in roaring, "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman." But his wife made him sit down and eat his breakfast. Afterward, the giant said, "Bring me the hen that lays the golden eggs." Jack peeped out. The giant stroked the hen and said, "Lay," and it laid a golden egg. After a while, the giant felt sleepy, and soon he was snoring loudly. Jack jumped out of the oven, picked up the hen, and rushed back down the beanstalk as fast as he could go. You see the golden egg? Jack showed his mother what the hen could do, and soon they were very rich. Before long, Jack started to wonder what other treasures the giant guarded in his castle. One morning, he decided to climb the beanstalk again. This time, he didn't knock on the castle door. He waited for a chance to creep inside, and he hid in the big tub where the giant's wife washed his clothes. Soon the giant and his wife came in. The giant sniffed and roared, "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman." The woman said, "If it's that boy who stole your gold and the hen, he'll be hiding in the oven." But Jack wasn't in the oven. After breakfast, the giant asked for his golden harp. It was a magic harp. When the giant said, "Sing," it played beautiful music. Soon the giant was asleep again. Jack came out from his hiding place. He picked up the harp and ran out of the castle. But as he ran, the magic harp shouted, "Master, master!" The giant woke up and chased after Jack. Jack was puffing by the time he reached the beanstalk. He climbed down, but the giant was still chasing him. Look, he grabbed the harp. He's going to go back down the beanstalk. Down, down, down went Jack, and down came the giant after him. Look, Jack's going down the beanstalk. He's right there, and there's the big giant. Oops, excuse me. As he got to the bottom, Jack shouted to his mother, "Bring me an axe!" Jack chopped and chopped until the beanstalk began to fall. Just in time, he crashed to the ground, and so did the giant, and that was the end of him. Jack and his mother lived happily ever after. The end. Boys and girls, I wonder how tall your green bean stalk will get. Please let your teachers know and send us videos so we know how your green bean plant's growing. Bye-bye.